Hello, everybody. My name is Eddie Fisher. I'm here with CNT News, state representative coverage. I'm here with Castor Taylor today. Castor, how you doing?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Castor's running for state rep. Why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
Currently I am the owner and proprietor of Burger Shots, along with my co-owner Gary Ham. We have started business here to help provide opportunities for people in the city who may not necessarily be able to find jobs elsewhere. As a state representative, though, this presents me a new challenge and opportunity to help the community in different ways, which I really look forward to exploring.
So, what makes you interested in running for state rep specifically? Are you passionate about politics or something beyond that?
Um, I mean, for the most part, as a business owner and as a citizen of Los Santos, I feel that it's important to have representation in the government. These are people who represent the community, and they look out for the interests of those stakeholders that are involved in the voting process. As such, I feel like there's just not the best or most robust representation in our government needed to be able to help our community thrive.
Okay, so if you had to say like an ultimate vision for your time in
Mm.
office, what would that be?
My ultimate vision, basically, at least my goals are: one is to help business owners to succeed and to make sure that the employees out there have uh, better benefits out there. I also would like to see more oversight in some of the government agencies. I feel like some of them have overstepped a little bit of their powers. So I'd like to be able to see that there is a little bit more of an audit process behind that. And then finally, I'd like to just overall be a voice for the people and make sure that there's more transparency of what the government is doing for our fine citizens.
Okay, and how do you plan to tackle unemployment?
Well, I would like to be able to incentivize individuals, or at least find ways of incentivizing business owners to offer jobs to the general community, to make sure that there's equal opportunity for employment, even for people who have past criminal history. Let me rephrase it: non-violent criminal history.
Speaking of crimes and criminal history, there's been an obvious increase of crime in this state. Do you have any idea how you're going to take care of that?
Well, would definitely like to be able to meet with the local DOJ and LEOs, or say the local law enforcement, and see where their gaps are. Where is there an oversight in regards to policies? Is it a matter of that these laws aren't being upheld? Are they being abused? So I'd like to be able to review that with the appropriate parties and get the community involved in as well.
So specifically, what are some legislation that you plan to put forward?
Well, one is to help ease and make the business process more transparent. I would also like to, as I said, review the criminal code with the appropriate parties and to review to make sure that there is opportunities for criminals to get rehabilitation, not just look, you've done the crime, you've been accused of as being guilty of the crime, we're going to store you in jail. That doesn't fix the problem. We need to find out what the source of the problem is and find a way of remedying it. So I'd like to be able to revisit those criminal codes to find alternative criminal punishments.
Okay, so mainly reform of the
Mhm.
prison system. Okay.
Correct.
And what's your thoughts on this ranked choice voting that they're doing this election? Do you feel like you're going to earn the votes needed to win?
I'm hoping that the fine citizens of Los Santos will look at what their candidates stand for and vote appropriately. Don't just vote for another figurehead that can't stand behind their words. Um, I want us to make sure that everybody's educated on what the candidates stand for, what it means to vote, that it is a privilege. It is an opportunity and an obligation of our fine citizens to get out there and vote and have their voices heard. Don't just complain about government, but make change in government and get the people in there that need to be there.
Sure. I can agree with that. Yeah, absolutely. So this is a part where I kind of like to open the stage up to you, Caster, and you get to speak directly to people. Go ahead and tell them what you want to tell them.
I mean, so my fine word to the citizens of Los Santos is just make sure that your vote counts. Make sure that you get out there. You ask those questions. You make sure that those candidates are challenged to answer what you feel is most important to you. I hope that I'm the right candidate for you. And if I'm not, I hope that we get candidates in that will bring amazing change, good change to the city of Los Santos, and that we can make this system work for all of us.
Thanks for speaking with us today, Caster.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. I've been Eddie Fisher, CNT News State Representative Coverage.